Hi, so we're going to spend 5 minutes doing a warm-up. Now, a warm-up is essentially a preparation for whatever the physical activity or exercise is that you're going to be doing. So for example, walking is a pretty good preparation for running. That's a similar movement using the same muscles. But walking would not be a great preparation if we were doing an upper body resistance training workout. So we want to start gradually warming up those parts of the body that we're going to use, all of the tissues, joints, ligaments, and we gradually increase our heart rate. So that's essentially what a warm-up is for. Now, all of the exercises that you would have learnt in the 14-day posture reset are a fantastic type of exercise to do as preparation for your resistance training lift program, or they're also a fantastic warm-up to actually just do the posture exercises at a higher intensity. So for example, great warm-up for resistance training might be your posture exercises, but instead of doing them as hard as you can, you just do them to about 50% of your capacity. So I'm going to take you through a 5-minute warm-up. You'll see some of the exercises in here that you would have seen before as I pull together different elements of what we've already done. So come and join me on the floor. We're going to take a tabletop position, knees directly under hips, hands directly under shoulders. Let's spread those fingers like starfish, pointing our index fingers forward and our thumbs in towards each other. Taking an inhale, we're going to send the collarbones forward, tailbone gently up towards the sky. And on the exhale, tuck the tailbone under, pushing away from the floor, eye gaze goes in between our thighs. This is a cat-cow. Take an inhale, collarbones forward. Don't strain the neck, just take the eye gaze wherever is comfortable. Exhale, pushing all the air out as we push away from the floor. Take an inhale. Take those elbow creases forward, triceps back. Exhale, tuck under, push away, eye gaze through the chest. Let's take 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And coming back to neutral spine. Now we're going to take a thread the needle with a gentle rotation. So let's float the right arm up towards the ceiling, no straining or forcing. And an exhale as we reach through, threading the needle, allowing the shoulder to softly come down to the floor. Take an inhale, float the arm. And you might find that you're a little stiff, and that can happen even from one day to the next. One day you might do this movement and feel great freedom through your upper back and spine right from the outset. And the next day you might feel like there's very little movement. So remember, my overriding teaching always in everything we do is we do not force. We listen to the body. We move to whatever the body is telling us for the day. Inhale. And return the hand to the floor. Other side, left arm up. Inhale. Also, just noticing, how does one side compare to the other? Exhale, reaching through, allowing that shoulder to come to the floor. Inhale, float. And you can probably see today I have a lot more rotation through my back on the left side than I do on the right. So we just notice. And you might find that as you do a few more of these, you can feel there's a gentle opening up of that area. And again, no forcing. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. The warm-up sometimes is the place that we discover things we didn't even know were going on in the body. Surprising things like, wow, I can't move my body in that way today. And we might get curious and ask why that is. Inhale. Return to the ground. Let's just do a few side to side opens. Just opening up through that side body down into the lower back and the side tummy muscles. Taking the right arm in front of the body, directly in line with the left, and sitting back. Stretching all the way down that side body. Now, if you get any pain in your shoulder, simply soften the elbow and let the head relax. But if it's comfortable for you, you can elevate the elbow off the floor and change sides. The left hand in front of the right. You can allow the forehead to rest and continue with those deep inhales. This is a great time to really bring attention to your breath. Deep inhales, complete exhalations through the nose. Reach forward, sit back, tailbone to sky. And again, just seeing what's available for you. Noticing the difference between the two sides. Inhale and exhale, stretch, soften. Again, just a reminder, any pain in the top of the shoulders, just soften through the elbows. And coming up onto our knees, taking a big step forward into a hip flexor stretch. Now, any knee pain, just pop a little pad, cushion or mat under that knee. Let's take an inhale and an exhale, and we're just going to soften into that stretch. And let's just reach from one side to the other. Now, eye gaze wherever is comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for you to look up, just simply allow your eye gaze to be forward. Breath in and breath out, testing both our balance and starting to warm up through that side body. And let's sit back into a half Hanuman or hamstring stretch. You'll see a combo of yoga and regular kind of exercise coming out with everything that I do. So let's just float forward, inhale, and gently sit back, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You do this at your own pace. If how I'm doing it is too fast, slow it right down. If it's not comfortable to elevate the arms, do anything that is your version of that warm up. And then let's change sides. Taking that leg forward, inhale, leaning into the stretch. Now we want to gently draw our tailbone down and our pubic bone up, and you'll feel that stretch down the front of your thigh. If you want to increase the stretch, if you press the front part of your ankle down into the floor, you'll feel how much more intense that is. So you decide where you want to be. If this is too deep, just soften back. And let's start the arms. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Remember, eye gaze wherever it's comfortable for you. And let's sit back into that half Hanuman. Let the head relax. A few yeses and nos if you're holding any tension. And let's move. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, you take it at your pace. It's your warm-up. Listen to your body. And let's hold here. And release. Back to our tabletop position. Find your core. So sending your collarbones forward. We want to find neutral spine. So we shouldn't be here to start with. Gently tilt the tailbone up, collarbones forward. Engage your core muscles and your pelvic floor and extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now you can see I'm only demonstrating a few of these. You've got an option to do each thing more. You could do 10 of each when I'm only doing 4. And that would extend your warm-up if you feel that you need it. I'm showing you about 5 minutes, which is perfectly adequate as a warm-up. And I'm definitely getting warm. Or you can run through it twice. So you could do exactly what I'm doing. And if you're feeling like you want to extend that warm-up, just repeat it again before you then get into your resistance training. So we're pressing through the heels, drawing the toes back towards us. You want to make this one harder, you hold it for longer. Last one. And let's carefully roll over onto our bottoms. Feet close to our bottom. Arms by our side. Let's find those core muscles again and lift our hips up into a bridge. Arms extended along the floor, opening through the collarbones, eye gaze up. You can take hold of those heels if you want and breathe. Now while you're holding, I want you to imagine that you are squeezing your knees together, pressing up through all four corners of the feet and activating your butt muscles. So let's start to move this bridge, lowering one vertebrae at a time from your thoracic spine. And inhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'll show you 3 more, but feel free to extend. Inhale. Pushing up evenly with all 4 corners of each foot. So really checking in for balance and opening up through those collarbones. Making sure that we're not elevating our shoulders and wearing them as earrings. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take both legs up into the air, into a tabletop position, arms face up. So let's start with a Pilates toe tap. So we want to find that neutral spine, engage our core muscles, breathe in and out, in, out. Then we can add the opposite arms extending and out, in. Now you know that you've set this too intense if you're lowering your leg or arm and you're feeling like you're arching your back. Your tummy muscles are not in control. So you set the intensity. Let's see if I can get the right arm and leg happening. And to make it harder, extend the leg to just a millimetre off the ground. You can see that this is definitely challenging. Breathe in, breathe out, especially because I did yoga this morning. Breathe in, breathe out, and then just a little hug in of the legs. It'll roll around. Then we can take one foot over the other knee, gently draw it in. Now if this is enough for you and you can already feel this in your hip, you can just do some gentle side to side rocks. If you want a little bit more, draw that leg off the floor, take hold of the foot and the knee, and let's come side to side. Again, let's make sure that we're not wearing our shoulders as earrings. And just mobilizing and just feeling what's happening in those butt muscles. And if you want to increase the stretch, you can take hold behind the back of that upper knee. And let's try the other side. So again, that's level 1. You choose what's good for you. Everybody's going to be at a different stage. And remembering that on any given day, your body might be different. So we always train to the day. One side might be different from the other. Take that little hold for the glute stretch if you want it. You should be feeling nice and warmed up now. A few gentle windscreen wipers. And there we have it. That's a solid warm-up for really any type of exercise that you would like to undertake. That's really a warm-up on its own. Not a warm-up, that's really a workout on its own. If you've repeated that 3 times, that would be a very solid workout, but also a very low impact, low intensity warm-up preparation. And then obviously you get to dial that down to whatever degree you're at, wherever you are. So enjoy that warm-up.